Obviously here to announce the acquisition of David Price. A very exciting day for the organization. And, we feel we added a number one starter and one of the best starters in the game right now.
I'm Matt Waymeyer with the MLB.com FastCast. For the second straight year, David Price is on the move in a major deal before the trade deadline. On Thursday, the former Cy Young winner was acquired by the Blue Jays from the Tigers in exchange for 3 pitching prospects. Meanwhile, his soon-to-be teammates put a hurting on the Royals at Rogers Center. Deoner Navarro, Russell Martin, and Josh Donaldson all went deep as the Blue Jays picked up a 5-2 win over Kansas City. Ben Zobrist went 0-for-4 in his Royals debut. Elsewhere on the trade circuit, the Brewers and Astros made a swap, which will send outfielder Carlos Gomez, starter Mike Fiers, plus an international bonus pool slot to Houston in exchange for a quartet of prospects. This comes just one day after a proposed trade fell through, which would have sent Gomez to the New York Mets.
Jason Castro, he won the game! He won the game in Houston!
The two veterans will join a club riding high after a 3-game sweep of the Angels, which put them back in first place in the AL West. Jason Castro's second career walk-off homer with 2 outs in the ninth gave the Astros a 3-0 win. Houston native Scott Kazmir delivered 7 2/3 scoreless innings in his Astros home debut. The biggest deal of the day, in sheer volume if not stature, took place between the Dodgers, Marlins, and Braves. A whopping 13 players were swapped, primarily resulting in Matt Latos, Michael Morse, and Alex Wood heading to the Dodgers, who also immediately designated Michael Morse for assignment. On the field, the Marlins were silenced by 7 scoreless innings from Max Scherzer. Ryan Zimmerman's second inning home run accounted for all of the scoring in Washington's 1-0 win. Meanwhile, the Braves were only able to push across a single run despite a dozen hits in a 4-1 loss to the red-hot Phillies, who are 10-2 since the All-Star break.
Josh Hamilton walks the Rangers off in the bottom of the 9th inning, 7-6.
Josh Hamilton's 9th career walk-off hit gave the Rangers a dramatic 7-6 win over the Yankees to salvage a split of the 4-game series. Earlier in the day, the Yankees acquired former number 2 overall draft pick Dustin Ackley from the Mariners. The infielder's now former club continues to struggle, falling 9-5 in Minnesota for their 4th straight loss. Eddie Rosario fell a single shy of the cycle on a tremendous lunging grab by shortstop Brad Miller. Brandon Phillips had a performance on Thursday night unlike any other. Since RBIs became an official stat back in 1920, the Reds' second baseman became the first player ever with 4 hits, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases in a single game. The Reds crushed the Pirates 15-5. Following the victory, the Reds dealt starter Mike Leake to the Giants in exchange for a pair of minor league prospects. Meanwhile, earlier in the day, the Pirates acquired reliever Joakim Soria from the Tigers in exchange for minor league infielder Jacoby Jones. With Soria no longer at their disposal, the Tigers nearly coughed up a 7-run lead before hanging on for a 9-8 win. The subject of heavy trade speculation, Yoenis Cespedes went 3-for-5 with a home run and 3 RBIs for Detroit. Down to their final out, Justin Upton crushed a go-ahead 3-run homer off struggling Mets closer Jeurys Familia as the Padres erased a 7-1 deficit en route to an 8-7 win. Anthony Rizzo belted a go-ahead 3-run homer in the 8th inning, propelling the Cubs to a 5-2 win over the Brewers. Greg Garcia's walk-off walk capped a 3-run 9th inning rally for the Cardinals, who earned a wild 9-8 win over the Rockies. Earlier in the day, St. Louis acquired veteran Brandon Moss from the Indians in exchange for pitching prospect Rob Kaminsky. Carlos Carrasco gave up just a run on 2 hits in his 5th career complete game in the Indians' 3-1 triumph over the A's. Cleveland became the first team since the 1994 A's to have 3 straight complete game efforts from their starters. And finally, the Red Sox avoided a 4-game sweep with an 8-2 win over the White Sox. Chris Sale gave up a career-high 12 hits in just 5+ innings. For more on these stories, and the very latest from the final hours until the trade deadline. Keep it locked in to MLB.com. It's baseball everywhere.